friends and family, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is a super special day because we're taking the Lambo to do something super fun. So let's head on into the shop here because we're gonna go do something sick with the Lambo. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I almost had to stop recording because of that. That scared the heck out of me. Jesus, Casey, what's all that about?
Struggling out there, you're like...
Yeah, okay, it takes me a few takes sometimes, Casey. I had a surprise for you, but I'm not gonna tell you now.
What's your surprise?
Guess what?
I don't know what.
Guess.
You brought me...
We're doing something with the Lambo.
You're giving it to me.
No,
Because
no, I'm not giving it to you.
employee.
I don't even have the power to give it to Casey. But Casey, guess what? We're taking the Lambo to get dynoed today.
I know, because I paid for it.
No, but all jokes aside, we are seriously taking the Lamborghini to go get dynoed today. We're gonna get an accurate number of exactly what this thing puts down. Now, I do expect that this thing will put down a little bit less than VF Engineering advertises because we are at a higher elevation than sea level.
This thing, easily 900 to 1,000 horsepower. I read the brochure, Paul.
You heard it here first. Casey thinks it's gonna hit 900 to 1,000 wheel. I don't know about that after driving it. I don't know if it feels like 1,000 wheel horsepower.
With nitrous on it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Paul.
Put nitrous on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll
don't
put the
want it to
nitrous
blow
on
up.
there. Let's go. Here we go. Listen to that. We're here stopped at the gas station, and all these people are filming us right now, so we have to rev it, of course. All right, kids, do not try this at home. It is raining, and we're driving a supercharged Huracan on our 888Rs. It's scary. It's a little bit scary. I mean, I haven't lost traction or anything. We actually just put a fresh set of tires on this car, but regardless, it's definitely a little bit scary driving in the rain on radials. So definitely be careful. Don't do it at home unless you know what you're doing, obviously. But according to Google Maps, we're about 6 minutes out from the dyno shop. I am so stoked. Evan, are you excited?
I'm excited.
He's excited. He's ready. He still doesn't feel that great, poor Evan. But we're getting close. I am absolutely pumped to see what this thing puts down. All right, we're here at Adrenaline Dyno. They're getting it prepped to go on the dyno. They're hooking up all the straps so they can strap it down while it's being dynoed so it doesn't fly off the thing, especially since it's gonna put down so much power, hopefully. I don't know, something about the car being up in the air like this, even when it was on the tow truck, it looked so sick. Look at this thing. Look, so they've got the straps back here, all connected. Working on the fronts now. All right, so this is pretty much the biggest and baddest DynoJet dyno there is. It costs around $100,000 apparently, and it looks so sick. I mean, look at this thing, it's massive. So they're gonna drive the Lamborghini onto there momentarily, and we're gonna get it running. Now, something interesting about DynoJet is they're one of the OGs when it comes to dynos. And right here you can see they've got temperature, barometric pressure, humidity, and those calculate this correction factor that basically accounts for the altitude that we're at. So there are other types of dynos. I know Mustang's one brand, and then for higher horsepower cars, they have dynos that literally attach to the hubs instead of going wheels onto this roller here. And those are for super high horsepower cars. This one doesn't make, you know, I think that's for like maybe 1,500 plus. Don't quote me on that. But anyway, it's super sick to see that they've got all of this going here. And while the car is running, we'll be able to see all of these stats, the power, torque, acceleration, RPM, etc. And it's all gonna be broadcast on these screens while it's going. Not to mention, this shop is just so sick with the white walls. They've got their logo painted on. The whole setup looks phenomenal. Look at that, getting her all loaded on. Beautiful. Now, in addition to the DynoJet dyno, they have a bike dyno. Imagine like a Ducati, like $12.99 Panigale on this thing. That would be so sick. Casey, you're gonna have to buy one now and bring it to get dyno.
Yeah, I'm gonna dyno my Schwinn, dude.
His Schwinn, dude. Oh my God, the pedal bike on the dyno. I didn't realize it was gonna be this many straps holding it down. Holy crap, look at that. This thing is just, it's not going anywhere.
That's not going anywhere.
No, but actually use a lot of straps because if they use fewer straps, they have to go tighter, and that just could potentially bend the components that they're attached to, like the control arm. So we don't want that. So these outer straps here on either side are to prevent it from going side to side, and it pulls it back a little bit. But these center straps, the blue ones here, the light blue, hold it down to increase traction, and then the other two dark blue straps here in the middle are just to hold it back, prevent it from going forward. Now they all definitely pull it down a little bit, but mainly those blue ones, the light blue ones, are to hold it down and keep that traction. So they can tighten those if we have traction issues. All right, now this is just sick. Check this out. They've got this massive platform up here overlooking the dyno. What a sick view of getting your car dynoed. Adrenaline Tourism Dyno, they've got it on point. This is the absolute setup. All right, so we got a couple runs in. This thing sounds incredible, especially in the acoustics of the shop right here. It's really loud. But that being said, so VF Engineering advertises 803 to 830 crank horsepower. So they're comparing crank from stock to what they put out, which should be 803 to 830 crank horsepower. And with about 17% powertrain loss with the DCT automatic transmission, we should be getting about 17% power loss. So our numbers are spot on so far. We're about 670 horsepower, I think.
That's 17% powertrain loss. Yep.
670. Yeah, exactly.
678, maybe.
670 wheel horsepower, which is phenomenal. It feels like that, especially in a car this light. Accelerates so crazy. So this time we're going to test the different modes that Lamborghini has built into the car. So there's Strada, Sport, and Corsa. So we're going to basically test to see if VF Engineering's tune affects all those or if the factory maps are still built into the car. Okay, so first we're going to test in mode Strada to see if the horsepower numbers are any different. I don't think they will be because I think VF Engineering's maps override all that, but we shall see. There we go. All right, now we're trying sport mode. Okay, we're in sport. Let's do this thing. Last one on Corsa. We're definitely getting some heat soak though. That's all right.
Use your steppy stool.
Steppy stool. All right, so let's do a little recap because there was a lot going on in there. It's loud, and I don't even know if I said the right thing. So to recap, we did a couple pulls in the Lamborghini. We probably did maybe 7 or 8 pulls, and then the car got a little heat soaked. I mean, it's inside, you know, it happens. So basically, we did our first few pulls in Corsa so we could maximize power output. And then after that, we did a couple pulls in, let's see, Strada, and then Sport, and then Corsa to compare the 3 different maps that Lamborghini has stock. The car was getting heat soaked, though, throughout those pulls, so the numbers weren't super accurate, but it looks like overall, in no matter what mode you're in, it's putting out the same horsepower. Now, another thing is that Lamborghinis are so light, especially the Huracans like that one, and so that thing still feels like an absolute rocket on the road. And they just finished pulling all the straps off and putting back on the skid plate, so this thing is about ready to be lowered, and we'll take it off and head back to the shop. But once again, here are some of those numbers. Here's the graph. It's the solid line here, 669 and 667. And I believe we got up to, we did a 6th gear pull and we got up to over 180 miles per hour, which is absolutely insane. All right, so Alex is one of the guys here at Adrenaline helping us along with Jared, Rick, and Jason. Hell yeah. So Alex wants to go for a ride in the Lambo, so we're gonna go for a ride. Let's do it. Okay, so first pull, here we go, Alex. Oh, this thing is so sick. Oh my lord. It still gets me every time, dude. I try. Like just at the time of his life, and now it's Jason's turn. Let's go, man.
Oh, Paul, you're the man. Drive me.
Yeah, you got it. With my man Jason. So sick.
Man, the acceleration is amazing.
Oh, it's so good.
You just feel it in your body and in your soul. It's just awesome. This is a
Seriously,
great car.
he knows what he's talking about.
She's got some giddy up, huh?
Oh yeah.
That was awesome, bro. Yeah, that rolling and then just hitting it. That's awesome.
Well, guys, we're back at the shop after a long day at Adrenaline. We got some sick numbers done on the Lamborghini. It's just nice to know how much it puts down.